Hey everybody, it's Amy Colvin here, author of Cultivating Compassion, Simple Everyday Practices for Discovering Peace of Mind and Resilience. And I am so excited to be coming to you live from our beach on Samish Island for the first day this year. It is sunny, warm, and wind-free. It's very exciting. So it's great to be down here. The last one of these that I did, if you caught it, it was raining outside. So, nothing deters, neither sun nor rain. Anyway, I hope you are doing well, and I can't see my screen, so thank you for joining me, those of you who are here. I really appreciate it. I'd love to say a shout out to all of you, but I can't see who you are, so I'll just give you a generic thank you to begin with. So, couple reasons why I'm doing this. One is that it's spring, finally, and I wanted to use spring as an opportunity or a catalyst for thinking about new ways to grow as a human being, new ways to put positive mindset into place, move into the summer and the rest of the year with a different outlook. So rather than New Year's resolutions for me right now, it's spring resolutions. And as such, and it's the 6-month anniversary of the launch of my book, I decided I would drop the price down to 99 cents. It'll be 99 cents to the end of the month on the e-version. And I've also just decided to start a new program based off my book called Cultivating Compassion Club. And essentially, it's a safe place for people to come together in a private Facebook forum to share ideas, successes, challenges. But more importantly, it's an opportunity for people to come together in small groups and begin to work on this path of self-development and self-growth, especially around compassion and self-acceptance together. Because this book is really easy to pick up. It's easy. Oops, there we go. It's easy to pick up. It's easy to read through. And it's really easy to put down and forget. So my goal with Cultivating Compassion Club is to help all of us have a place where we can find some accountability, find some support. All of us go through troubles in life, and all of us need support, and sometimes we need support from people who may not be our best friends. So enough about that for now. Let's just open up to a random page here in this book. Oh, check it out. This is my proof copy. Today we've got the blank page. So I mean, how much better can that be for new beginnings, right? Okay, we'll try this again. Random page. Let's try this one. Oh, I like this. Day 43, Faith in the Future. And this one has this great little drawing. Oh, I can't see my screen very well. That's why I'm a little moving around. But that drawing is done by Leslie Vukocevic. She did some great illustrations for this book. Very simple and yet lighthearted. So, day 43 goes like this. Faith in the future. If you truly live in the present moment, you must have faith that the future will take care of itself. Sometimes it's hard to have faith in something outside of your control. However, when you let your mind relax and your heart open, you will often find that unexpected good comes your way. Preparing for the future is valuable. Nevertheless, you also need to have faith or belief that the future will take care of itself. Without that faith, you would become mired in endless worry about things over which you have no control. When you find yourself anxious about the future, take a moment to connect to your body and take a few deep breaths. Give yourself an internal hug. Relax your mind. Open your heart. Trust. From this place of surrender and acceptance, peace transcends. Self-reflection. How often do I worry about the future? How much of that time is spent thinking about things over which I actually have no control? And the informal practice: today, when I notice that I'm thinking anxiously about the future, I will remind myself that it's just a story and bring myself back to the present moment. If I'm creating a productive action plan for the future, I will write it down and then return to the present moment. So how many of you have found that in today's political climate, you spend a lot of time worrying about the future? What's going to happen with the Affordable Care Act? What's not going to happen with the Affordable Care Act? What's going on with immigration? What's going on with the wall? All of us, at one point or another, spend time thinking about or worrying about those very things. And how many of us actually have control over any of that? So what I would pitch to you as a way to help calm yourself down around some of that anxiety, if you are feeling anxiety around it, is to do exactly as it says in this book, which is connect with your body, connect with your breath, recognize that you don't have control over certain things, and as difficult as it is, try to disengage from that. It's important to be aware, and it's important to take action. And if you are one of those folks out there that are writing postcard after postcard, God bless you, and keep going. And that actually is a really great example of turning worry into a practical application. Writing those postcards is a way of creating action. You do have some control over that. You may not have control over the outcome, but at least you are participating in the process. And I think that's a really helpful idea for folks, especially when they are concerned about the current political climate. And I know a lot of folks who walked in the Women's March a month or so ago, and the reason why they did is it gave them an opportunity to feel like they were participating and taking some sort of action. So, for example, the whole notion of compassion is around taking action. It's a three-part, the definition that I really like to use, it's three parts. One is recognizing that there is distress, whether it's in yourself, whether it's in the community, it doesn't really matter, but the recognition of distress, that's point one. Point two is then being emotionally moved by that awareness, by that distress. So, you know, sometimes you can see that there's stuff going on in the world, and for whatever reason you choose not to be emotionally moved by it. And that's totally okay. And we have to set those boundaries. But when we are emotionally moved by it, if you leave it there, that's where empathy kicks in. And sometimes that's what leads to empathy burnout or empathy fatigue. So the next step in this definition of compassion is to move into the idea of taking action. So you've seen the distress, you're emotionally moved by that distress, and then you take action. And that is the important differentiation between empathy and compassion, is that taking action. And action can be anything from the intangible, I'm just going to wish you well. I wish you well. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the day. I hope you find peace. I hope you are healthy. So that's very intangible, but it's still taking action. And energetically, I'm sending something out to you. There's the practical action of donating money somewhere. There's that practical action of working at the local soup kitchen. There are so many ways that an individual can take action. And that form of taking action then helps us reduce the anxiety because we are doing something. On the flip side, if you're worried, say, for example, about what's going on with immigration because one of your friends down the road is worried about it, or you yourself are worried about it, you could choose to worry, but that's not really, having faith in the future, that the future will take care of itself. It's not necessarily a really healthy mindset. So what you might want to consider is taking that worry and either recognizing you don't have control over it, choosing to stop that story inside your head and move on towards being present in this moment, or you can find some way to take action. But going back to the chapter heading, the idea of having faith in the future, I think that's really important. And so for me, for those of you that may not know, I just recently left a 12-year career at a very, wonderful place to work because I wanted to branch out and start sharing information about self-acceptance, self-compassion, compassion for others full-time, because for me, I think it's the most important thing that I can do. And it's definitely putting faith in the future to test. I mean, I have to have faith in the future to believe that I can make a go of this. If I didn't have faith in the future, I never would have left. And I think a lot of folks are afraid of taking risk because they don't have faith that the future will take care of itself. And as I mentioned in this chapter, it's important to plan. I mean, holy cow, I've been planning for a year, figuring out how to deal with, best places to manage our finances and things to do in that regard, having a plan of action in place for when I created the shift. But there is that leap of faith that the future will take care of itself. And so I need to do my part. I need to take action. And worrying is not part of my action plan. So anyway, that's enough for today, I think. And I hope that all of you have found something useful in this chapter. Again, my name's Amy Colvin, author of best-selling Cultivating Compassion. On sale as a Kindle ebook right now for 99 cents until the end of the month, actually until the 1st of April. And if these ideas spark you, if they grab you, please join my Cultivating Compassion Club. It's going to be a great program, and I'd love to have you there with me. I'd love to have you bounce your ideas around with me and with each other. And all in all, I just wish for you a really happy afternoon, and I'm going to go enjoy the rest of this next half hour or so with my pup on the beach, and I look forward to talking to you later. Take care. Bye-bye. And if you enjoy these videos, by the way, please do like, love, share. Let's all help spread that word. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.